Thinking that it happened overnight, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, cause they timid. Look, hey. I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it, all about it till we spoke in person. Don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough, toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up? Another number in the round up. Put the town up, I built this thing up from the ground up. And if I bounce up, I get my crown stuck. Green light go, got the east side flow. I'm a giant in the space like FIFA4. All the kids sing along like EIO. Every time when they see my shows. Thinking that it happened overnight, yeah, didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. First and 10. First play of the game, first throw of the game. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Let's go now.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here comes Allen. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Slot man in motion right. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. Well, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards. Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Touchdown, Colts. 17 touchdowns now on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here we go on the return from the 1. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's complete to the rookie first-round pick. A gain there of 16 yards. That's enough for a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, and I don't think it's going to be his last.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They'll look to throw again. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
His 2nd catch of the drive, this one good for 15 and a first down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Colts out to the early lead. More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. He'll drop to throw. That is hot. What a job to keep the play alive. Laporta. Touchdown, Condor. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Condors come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. A return now from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. There's a short one taken by Ingram. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the handoff, it's Allen. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Back to throw. That's caught left side by Ingram. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And it's a gain of 19 to the 19-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll get this complete to Allen. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The motion man here is McClure. And he's in. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. It's caught by the tight end, Laporta. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
So if you're going to have time to allow your big tight end to start on one side of the field and run a crossing route all the way to the other, your big guys up front better hold up in protection. That's exactly what they were able to do here.
Now a loose football. The Colts have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man downfield. That's Ingram. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I continue in just a moment. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Allen. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Another run, and again, it's Allen. And this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. Here now, 3rd and 5. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 17 and 18 on the year. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Open man downfield. It's Laporta. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll look to throw. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here's a third down and 4.
Let's go. Tight. 19 tight. Mustang 19. Ready.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Condor.
You simply just can't allow that ball to be completed, Mike. I mean, there's no time left. You understand there's two options. There's a take a shot Hail Mary into the end zone, or there's throw the ball underneath and try for a couple laterals. At the end of the first half, it's probably just going to be a Hail Mary, and you got to go up and knock that ball down.
So we have hit halftime here on a Monday night as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Go!
The third quarter begins with a run. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop it behind the line again.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Off balance throw. It's complete. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it's going to be third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On fourth down, here comes J.K. Scott to punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Throwing now on first and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Would have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 80 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Khalil Shakir. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or two short. They will indeed go as they look to throw. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the third quarter. They convert on fourth down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now, faking the give. Gonna look deep, looking for more.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
60 Maverick. Go.
They'll throw out of the gun. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Back to the air one more time. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Now he'll air one out. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Colts will take over here at their own 12.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
On the ground, it's Allen. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Ready? 19 tight. 19 tight.
Throwing now from the gun. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go. Set. 60 back.
He'll drop to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Second down and 8. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he will get into the end zone. Terry McLaurin, touchdown Colts. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Out comes Sly for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Colts will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. That's fielded just shy of the goal line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this out to his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there. 32 yards.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw again. He'll go right and find his running back. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now they'll set up to throw. That is hauled in at the 5. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now it is 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
19, Tiger, 19.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal.
Dragon 60. Ready. Set go.
They'll look to throw. This is intercepted. Into space. Accelerating toward midfield. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side.
42. Condors 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This gonna be returned from right around the goal line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
His drive will start on the ground. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. A pickup there of 13, and that will be a 1st down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Cardi now to add the extra point. And now it's a flip back to the kicker. It's a fake. This will be caught. And he's going to take this into the end zone. I wasn't sure we'd ever see a fake extra point again, but this one works. So instead of 1, they get 2. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That's the thing about these onside kicks. They're really unpredictable. You're trying to get the ball to take that big high hop, but it doesn't. It ends up just going through everybody on the recovery team and ends up going out of bounds.
Come on. Set. Trap 60. Trap. Top below 18.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's gonna look for the home run ball.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. Now it's going to be third down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Quick throw, taken in, and he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down. He's got it at the 7, and they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I really like this play design. They're trying to match up the speed of this running back versus the linebacker in coverage, but do it vertical down the middle of the field. And he can get that matchup. They feel that's advantage offense.
So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico.